Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Today, I'm in my studio. Surprise! If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning, what you're working on. If you have any questions for me, please feel welcome to also share those. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello and ask your questions. I'd be happy to help you if I can. And I reply to all of the recorded comments as well. So everybody feels a part of the live show. Hi, Beatrice. I missed the name before you. Hi, Edna and Connie and Christy and Kim and Sharon. You can tell I'm panting a little bit. It's been a crazy morning this morning. Hi, Judy and Lisa, Naomi, Grace, Jane. Maybe there, oh, it's okay. We'll stop there for a second. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Karen. 2 Karens in a row. Hi, Sherry. Thank you all for joining me live. Oh, thanks, Kim. I was planning on going to the beach this morning. I don't remember if I told you or not, but I decided I'm not going to go to Bonita Beach anymore until the red tide's cleared up, or I can figure out what's going on there because it's so bad. So I go to Vanderbilt Beach only. Well, this morning, Marlon stayed home from tennis last minute because his elbow is hurting him, left elbow, just like mine. And so here's the logistics about that. Once I know that, and I have to do things differently, I don't have time to go to Vanderbilt Beach when we don't go to tennis. So then I'm stuck with, okay, well, I have time to go to Bonita Beach, but I don't want to go there. So, okay, so now it's going to be something either here in my neighborhood, take you to some of the photo shoot locations that I do photos at, like there's a pretty fountain and there's a pretty orchid garden, and thought it'd be fun to show you where some of our photo shoots are at. So I have this tripod for that has no, it smooths, it stabilizes, and it's going to be great for going on walks together, but I didn't charge it out of the box yet because it's brand new. So I'm like, okay, we'll go into my studio. So all of this is going on before the sun comes up this morning, right? And I thought, well, what does everybody want to see in my studio? Well, I've got 2 giant boxes of projects right back there that we can't talk about yet. I do a lot of shipping in here, which nobody really cares about unless it's their own project, right? Their own package. So that's not that interesting. Winding yarn, not that interesting. And I thought, you know what if I just go pick a random selection of all my different yarns and we can show colors together. Oh, by the way, I put some color wheels in my Amazon shop in the craft folder yesterday, and I ordered them as well, because I'm going to bring them to the podcast in the morning, and we're going to go really in depth in colors, and we'll discuss all of the vocabulary words, and we can really go really in depth in color theory. And I think that a lot of you are going to enjoy it, especially if I really break it down and make it super simple. Because I know a lot of subjects, when they're new, they're overwhelming. I am drinking a matcha tea latte this morning with my matcha tea, coconut milk, and my little frother. And I've put both of those items in my Amazon shop as well in the food category. And I will be doing a demo on that later, like maybe next week. Does anybody have any questions so far? 'Cause if not, if you want to see any part of my studio, this is my workspace. So this is where I not only do videos. So right now is where I sit when I'm doing the intro and outro to every video. And then I bring out this framework. Nothing's fancy in my office. Just let's preface it all there. It's very minimal professional equipment. I try to do things very simply. So like my framework for doing overhead shots is with duct tape and a little bit of PVC pipe. There's just a little bit of charm for me in doing things crazy like that. I don't know why, but it entertains me. So I can take the camera around the room and ouch, ow. So, and also I would like to preface that I didn't get a chance to really clean up my office. It's pretty organized right now, but it's not like camera ready either. So just a reminder, I know we talked about this before, but my desk sits inside the closet. I've got a couple of projects for the handmade gifts on the desk. And you see I've used those closet organizers for a lot of my office storage, which I love. And then back here is the off-camera section. Put some light on it for you so you can see it. So I've just got a little bit of a mess. Those two big boxes are actually projects for 2 new books, and you can see my duct tape decorated camera equipment. Then over here is part of my shipping station, more of my shipping station and lots of storage. This little corner here is more shipping stuff, and I usually cover that with my room divider when I'm photographing on this side, and I just forgot this morning. So over here, it's sitting on the floor back there. But I need to hide it so that these drawers are functional during the day, and I only pull out that room divider. You can probably see it on the floor back there. No, you can't see it because I've got boxes of yarn. So I randomly grabbed a few boxes of yarn, and I thought you might enjoy seeing. See, if I pull this down, we can see the table better. Let's see what other surprises are we going to get. Okay, that's better. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the table now. I can go down a little bit more. A crochet question. How do you stop your magic circle from unraveling? That's a good question, and that right there is one of the reasons why I prefer square knot to the magic ring when I start a motif. I don't like the way it slides around. You can secure it by tightening that first chain and then doing a second chain so that you actually aren't using that magic ring, but then that stops you from having that sliding factor for cinching the whole thing. So what you want to do is just really gingerly try to control the amount of tension in it. And when it's getting too big, you tighten it up, but still leave it big enough to work into it in the beginning of a granny square, is what you asked specifically, but any motif where you're working in the round. And then the alternative would be doing a square knot and doing a chain 5 and making a ring like that, or a chain 4, or a chain 3, or a chain 1 even. Sometimes I like to just work into a chain to start my ring. So there's lots of choices, and lots of people like the magic ring start. And if you're not comfortable with it, you can just keep working at it and get better at it. And it's about controlling that tension of that loop as you're working into it, and just continually tightening it a little bit, but not too much, might give you the control that you need. Or there's other options like what I do with the square knot. Okay, I see yarn already here. So in this little area here, I've got a little bit of Be So Bold yarn. And we'll just grab a few colors. Sometimes I think it's really helpful to see colors in a video as opposed to photos. Yeah, Lisa uses the magic loop and she doesn't have any trouble, so that's great. That's wonderful for you. So here we have some of the colors of Be So Bold yarn. Be So Bold is a worsted weight blend of organic cotton and bamboo. And so to show this, oh, this is going to be fun. We can show different yarns next to each other too, so you can see some of the visual texture differences as well. So this is these aren't even really close, but I wanted to show this for one particular reason. So this is Be So Bold. It has a matte finish because it has a blend of organic cotton with the bamboo. And I wanted to show it to you next to 100% bamboo. Look at the sheen. You lose some of that sheen when you blend it with cotton. See how it's still a little bit shiny. Oh, and I've got another one. This is going to be great. Watch. So now we'll show it next to Be So Serene, which is 100% organic cotton. And look at this one is totally matte. This has a different texture as well. This one has a little bit of a sheen because of the blend, and this one has the full sheen because it's 100% cotton. I'm sorry, 100% bamboo. So this is Be So Sporty, 100% bamboo, sport weight. This is Be So Bold, worsted weight, organic cotton and bamboo blend, just about 50-50. It's 51%, 49%. And this is 100% organic cotton, Be So Serene. I thought that was going to be really cool to see all of these side by side. So this is sport weight. This is sport weight, Be So Sporty, Be So Serene. And this is worsted weight. Be So Bold. Let's see. And, oh, here's another. This is another interesting comparison too. This is bamboo with Sonora. This is the sock yarn, Be So Soulful, and this is mostly bamboo, but with some Sonora in it, which is what it's a natural version of the nylon that is added for stability and strength in a sock yarn. This is a naturally occurring fiber found in corn, and you can see it has a lot of a matte texture and a little bit of a sheen, kind of like the Be So Bold has a sheen. Beatrice is talking about magic loop, magic circle, if anybody wants to see her tips on that. So this has a similar little bit of a sheen and little bit of a, let's see what's, yeah, Kim, she has problems recognizing where the stitches are in a decrease in a pattern. Yeah, that's a really important component to learning how to crochet. Knitting too, but more so in crochet, because in knitting, you're really being told where the next stitch is. It's on the loop most of the time. In crochet, you have to determine where the next stitch is, and that can be really difficult if you don't recognize the anatomy of your stitches. So that's something to that comes with experience and with educating yourself on what something's supposed to look like. Watching videos is really helpful. That's why I really try to point that stuff out in my videos, because I know that's such an important thing to learn. So back to the Be So Soulful sock yarn, which is mostly bamboo, but with some of that Sonora. This has a very fluffy, soft texture to it and has a little bit of a halo. It's 100% it's 100% plant fiber, but it has that fuzzy texture of it, like it has some animal fiber in it. It's a remarkable texture. You almost feel like this could be a super soft merino wool. This is sport weight. Let's pull it next to the other sport weights in. Okay, so this is Be So Serene sport weight. This is Be So Sporty sport weight. And this is, did I say that wrong again? This is Be So Soulful sock yarn sport weight. Be So Sporty, 100% bamboo sport weight. And this is Be So Serene, 100% organic, also sport weight. Yeah, Bianca, have you felt it? It actually feels a lot. I would have, if I were to just touch this and no one would tell me what it was, I would guess this is a super, super soft merino wool, which is remarkable for a plant fiber. And so anybody that has wool allergies but likes that fuzziness of a merino wool, I think this would be a great candidate for hats and gloves and cowls and things like that for wintertime. And it also makes fantastic socks because that additional fiber of the Sonora is what gives you that anti-wicking for moisture and also gives you that stability that you need for something that uses a lot of friction. Thanks, Sherry. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so we'll move on to something else. I brought a bunch in here, and I probably didn't even bring everything, but you know, you can only bring so much. So I also brought all of the tidbits of Be So Fine yarn, so we'll bring those out eventually too. Here are a whole bunch of those, and we'll show those with colors. I thought that might be interesting. But I also wanted to bring some of the Bling yarn. So here's some Sporty, Be So Sporty yarn Bling. And this is the Sunrise 02 colorway. And because of my lights, it's actually really blowing up the sparkle. How awesome is that? So this is one of the versions of Sunrise 02, and this is Mermaid 01. So pretty. I want something in this so badly, and I just can't even decide what I want. But they're both so, so pretty. And I can show you those next to their Be So Fine versions as well. So we'll do that. And just a reminder for anybody that doesn't know, all of these yarns are in hank form when I'm showing you right now, but when someone places an order, I wind them into a center pull ball and put it in this drawstring organza storage bag, and it includes a pot of Wrapture all natural delicate wash for your first washing. Is that going to show up on camera? There. Okay, so let's go back to this. So here's some of the colors that I have in Be So Fine Bling yarn. This is Chantilly Lace, which is just that gorgeous creamy white with that pure silver thread plied right into the yarn. So this is not a metallic synthetic lurex. This is 100% pure silver plied right into the yarn, which is very unusual and awesome. And one of our customers has said she made a necklace with this, and she actually got pulled over in security at the airport because she went off in the metal detector. So what a great testimonial to the fact that it really is pure silver. And what a cool thing to add to yarn. I mean, just awesome. And so this is Sunrise 02. This is Mermaid 01 and Chantilly Lace. Oh, all the details of all the yarns are in the shopping pages, Kim. If you go to KristinOmdahl.com, you can see all the stats that tells you how much they weigh, how many yards, and links to all sorts of free patterns that I've specifically designed for all of these yarns as well. Here's a thought. This is something I've been interested in doing too, and that's taking one colorway in Bling yarn and alternating rows between fine and sporty. Wouldn't that be cool? Where you would see the stitches would look more open and sheer in the fine and then tighter in the sporty. As long as you kept your needle size on the larger size for sporty, you would get that drapiness in the fine section. You could even go lace in the fine section and then stick with a solid stitch in sporty. I thought that would be cool. And here would be side by side sporty and fine in Sunrise 02. You could also do a tank top like that or a shawl like that. I think it would be really interesting. Or a scarf. And then I have a bunch of colors to show you in regular Sporty, meaning not Sporty Bling. So here we have, let's see. Some of these are from the Charlie's Angels collection, and some of them are other colors, but it's remarkable how much they all look pretty together. So here's Julie, one of the colors from the Charlie's Angels collection, and here's the Shisugi Ban that's left in, do I have tank top patterns? Yes, I have lots of tank top patterns, Sherry. This is Shisugi Ban in Be So Sporty. And that looks really beautiful with Lavender's First Romance. Actually, both of those look pretty with Lavender's First Romance. And then we've got Lilac Memories. Here's another one from the Charlie's Angels collection. That's Sabrina. And here's Million Dollar Red and Caribbean Turquoise. These look pretty together. These look pretty together. And even with that one too. Yeah, the green is really pretty. I love that color too. So I'm going to have to start moving stuff out of the way though to show you other yarns. If anybody wants to see anything side by side or whatever, please don't be shy. Here's some, I know I showed you one hank of Be So Serene, Be So Soulful. Here's some more. Here's a Lime Splash, which has a splash of like a watermelon to it. Here's a pink and a coral. Variegated, and here's one of the greens. I think this one's called Frond. And so it's a variegated but very subtle and tonal. It's all within the same color, just different strengths of the same color. And same with the purple. This one's really pretty too. So it just goes from lighter to darker shades of the same purple. I think that's all I brought up here for Be So Soulful. Yeah. And then I have colors of well, I was hoping that was the case, Naomi. Sometimes it's helpful to see them all side by side. Did I show all the colors? I missed one. Here's a Ava's Isle d'Amour in the Be So Bold worsted weight cotton and bamboo. I forgot to show you this one too. And this one is Snorkeling in Key West. That's really pretty also. So we show, let's see, let's get those done and then I can move them out of the way. We had in Be So Bold, we've got a coral. This is worsted weight, super, super soft. One of these would make an amazing cowl. Mia's Malachite Meadow, coral, plum, Snorkeling in Key West, which is a teal variegated. Ava's Isle d'Amour has some plum and some raspberry and some periwinkle. And we have Caribbean turquoise kind of a color. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that might be all of them. So I'm going to move those back over here so we make some room. And next up, I'll show you Be So Serene, which is sport weight organic cotton. So we've got a turquoise and a plum. And I don't remember the colors off the top of my head, but they are all listed on my website with pictures, so you'll be able to figure them out. Some of them are marked here. We've got a really pretty light purple, which is called Lovable. Can't remember the name of this one though. Some of the bold ones aren't in stock. Well, thank you for letting me know because I can go adjust that when we're done with the podcast. This one is a very pale mauve. It's a beautiful marine blue. Love that color. It has a very denim quality to it. And a beautiful golden green yellow. And then we have a peach. This one's called Peaceful. I know that. And this one's Zen, which is a green. And Blissful, which is a beautiful raspberry. So let's see if you can see most of those. And then this one. And so you can kind of see that they really do go nicely together. If anybody wants to see two of those side by side, let me know. This is Be So Serene. It's organic cotton sport weight. Be So try to get them back in order so I can find them later. No, that's not the same material as Be So Bold. This is 100% organic cotton. Be So Lush is the same weight as Be So Bold. That is also a blend of organic cotton and bamboo. I believe I brought some of that, so I can show you that now. These are some colors that I have in Be So Lush. This is the same fiber content as Be So Bold. So this would be the worsted weight, and this is the fingering weight. This would also be a great candidate for combining weights of yarn too. So this is the worsted weight, and this is the fingering weight. So this is Be So Bold and Be So Lush. And in Be So Lush, I have these two colors available right now. So this one's name has something to do with mangroves. I can't remember the name. And this is a beautiful denim blue. It has something to do with deep sea or something like that. Both are in stock and on my website. And if someone ever sees something otherwise, please let me know. I can adjust it in the inventory. Okay, we're making some headway here. Thank you, Edna. I love that blue too. I'm a sucker for denim blue though. Love denim. I think we have one more bin. One more. Oh yeah! I've got a few colors of Be So Tender to show you. I did not grab everything that I have. Just didn't have time. Like I said, I was running mad dash through the house this morning. Some of this was in my car downstairs. Some of it was in my other storage room. Some of it was already here in my studio. So it was a mad dash to try to get this started on time. And I know I went a couple of minutes late, and I'm sorry about that. Dee loves the turquoise, golds, and corals. Yeah, those are pretty. Okay, so here are a few colors of Be So Tender. Be So Tender is a beautiful, thick and thin textured organic cotton that is worsted weight. I'll show it to you next to another worsted weight yarn. I think it's so helpful in understanding different yarns by seeing them next to different yarns. And I think that's the case with whatever you're trying to learn about. Anytime you can compare it to something else so that you can not only see the similarities but also the differences, I think that's a really important component in learning about new things. So let's grab this again. These are both worsted weight. We're going back to Be So Bold. This is organic cotton and bamboo blend. And this is 100% organic cotton. Notice how much more matte it is. You start to see that shine really well in the Be So Bold because that is the difference, right? This has bamboo, which has shine. This has none. This is matte. This has a little shine. And I'll pull it up next to, well, it would be unfair to put it next to Bling because obviously that's a lot shinier. But let's do a more fair comparison and just grab a 100% bamboo. Be So Bare is also organic cotton like Be So Serene. That's correct. So here's 100% bamboo, full shine. Here's half bamboo, half cotton, and you see it has less shine, a little more matte. All very, very soft. And this is 100% organic cotton in a thick and thin texture. And I'll show you what I mean by that now. So put that one back, this one back. Okay, so this is a really pretty silver, and here is like a lavender color. I think it's a dustier color. I think this one's called Iris. This one might be called Leaf or Fern. This is a sky blue. I have a bunch of colors in this yarn. I didn't bring all of them. This is Azalea. Looks nice with my nail polish. And an olive green. This one's called, what is this one called? Fog. The silver's called Fog, and this is Aloha. And now I'm going to show you that texture that I was telling you about. It's a really interesting component to this yarn and would make it a great candidate for drop stitches because you could see some of that texture. Is that showing up on camera? I cannot tell you how soft this is. It is incredibly soft, and that texture is just so pretty. It's two loose plies. It's two plies that are loosely, two strands that are loosely plied together. And just so pretty and so incredibly soft. But all my yarns are soft, so that doesn't help. Okay. Oh, and I think this is all navy. Yeah, I've got navy and black in this yarn too. All beautiful, really saturated colors. Thanks, Sherry. So does anybody want to see these side by side? Oh, Lisa's working with this yarn in Cloud for a kimono vest. That's so nice. Cloud is the creamy white color of Be So Tender yarn. So pretty. I've done lots of stuff. I've done vests. I've done cowls. I've done shawls. I've done knitting and crochet. I did a basket weave knit simple wrap in this that was so pretty, and then did twisted fringe at the bottom. Gorgeous. Hi Donna, thanks for joining live. As you can see, we're in my office this morning, or my studio. A bunch of stuff came up at the last minute today, and it just worked out to be here instead of the beach. Oh, the purple with the melch. Purple with the, what would that color be? Sometimes I can read typo, but I can't now. Yeah, fringe for loosely, this is a loose ply yarn. You would only want to do fringe with this if you either tied it or if you wanted it to, I got a great example to show you too. Let's see. I'm tethered. All right, I'm going to unplug my microphone for just a second so I can. You have an example to show about what you're talking about. Oh, by the way, we have samples back here too. This is the Brooklyn shawl from Motif Magic. This book up here done in Lilac Memories colorway of Be So Sporty yarn, and it has a shawl pin on it. And then over here I have another project from Motif Magic. This one's done in Be So Bold in Ava's Isle d'Amour colorway, a different color that I showed you today. Make a little more room here. Oh, this one's filled with samples too. And a headband I've been looking for. So here's a bag that I did the fringe in and left it exposed because I want this one to get crazy. I want this one to fray. I think it's going to be great that the more I use this one, the more it's going to fray. Now, on the other shawl that I was telling you about that I've done in Be So Tender yarn, this color is called denim, obviously. But the other one that I did, it's called the Leaf, L-E-I-F, basket weave wrap. And that one I did a twisted fringe that's secured at the bottom so that it doesn't fray. And that's a really beautiful texture. Oh, I think I have another one. Where did that piece go? All right, maybe it got moved. Maybe? Okay. Anyway, I've got a couple of different types of twisted fringe, none of which are here in this room, so I can't show you those right now. But I do have a few other pieces I can show you. I've got, oh, this one's always fun. This is one of the necklace scarves in Be So Fine yarn with those beautiful little yarn ball beads at the bottom. How cute is that? This is a lace sampler shawl done in one ball of Be So Fine yarn. That speaks for how much 650 yards of fingering weight yarn is. Isn't that amazing? So pretty. Oh, this is really nice too. This is just a simple rectangular wrap or scarf, however you want to style it, done in Be So Fine yarn. And this is a one ball project in Be So Fine yarn also. So this is fingering weight. Any of my fingering weight yarns could easily substitute for this pattern. Any of my sport weight projects could easily substitute with my other sport weight yarns. There's all sorts of things like that. Oh, Lisa has some of that yellow. It's cool. Okay, so this, back to the bag, you can see the structure of the bag. It's just simple single crochet. The fringe is actually attached at different rows of the bag. And then I took one of my project bags, you know, those organic cotton project bags that I sell, and I sewed it to the inside so that it has a liner. Easy. And then sewed the handles at the top. I believe this is available as a video. It is also a free pattern on my website. Angie, yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, we definitely have a pattern. It's a free download on my website, and I believe there is a video for it as well. You could either find that here on YouTube or in the embedded into the pattern page. I think this fringe would make a great teddy bear because I'll tell you what, I can't stop petting it. Look at this. I just come close to it. Oh yeah, those bags make great liners because there's only one line to sew. Imagine the whole bag. I'm going to grab one. I'm going to go off grid again. Hold on a second. Let me show you why I think it's so great for lining stuff. Okay, this is the bag I'm talking about that I put inside here for the liner, right? It's a different version of it. This one just has the logo on it, but still you get the idea. So what I did is I took the handles off, just cut these right off or untie the knot, whatever works best for you. But look it already has finished seams. This whole top edge, finished seams. Down here, finished seams. So I mean, if you like to sew and you want to sew a liner proper, great. But some people don't, or you don't have time, or your sewing machine's not working, or you don't have a sewing machine, or you don't know how to sew. No matter what your skill level is in sewing, if you grab something like this for lining something like this, you don't need to know how to sew. All you need to do is, and so what I did was I flipped this necklace collar. I took the ropes out, which I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to ruin this bag, because I'm not in the market for making a bag liner today. So I'm just going to fold all that to the inside, and that's what I end up putting. Oh, and I guess I turned it the other way around so that you would see the logos inside the bag, but if you didn't want to see them, you would go to this side. I missed that, Lisa. Sorry. So you could either do fabric glue along here. If you have a really good fabric glue, you could probably do this without even sewing. What do you think about that? And everything has finished seams that you didn't sew. If you're not confident in your sewing skills, this just ups your game in making bags, right? Just ups your game like that. Awesome. Love it. Once I started doing that, I've been doing it a lot. Yeah, Lisa, and you're confident in your sewing skills and you'd sew it. That's fabulous. Yes. What I think is great is if you're not comfortable in your sewing skills, and you could either pin this or you could fabric glue it to hold it in place and then sew your seam, because I don't think fabric glue would actually hold as long as you'd like it to once you started putting weight into the bag. What I love about this too is that it ends up being like a bracelet type length. So you could wear it like that, and you know, when you didn't feel like holding it like this, you could actually just put it on your wrist. I like to hold that style of bag like this when I go out. Then it's just like a gigantic bracelet. I feel more comfortable doing that than actually holding it. Looks more casual. Does anybody have any other questions for me today? Yeah, Lisa. Yep. Do I sell the handles? No. I believe they're available on Amazon, though. I can pop them in my Amazon shop. I'll pop in a few handles that I like, and I can help you that way. It'll be in the craft folder. You can do that today. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Yeah, this was fun, Jane. Nothing wrong with talking about a big old pile of yarn and garments, right? That's always fun. Oh, I was looking at the Create, Share, Inspire books behind me, and I wanted to tell you I'm going to do another charity promotion this week where I'm going to offer a set of the book and the pens, no bag, just the book and the pens, and for every set of this that you buy, another set will be donated to a women's shelter. I just think that, and I've been doing this promotion with the bag bundle with it, where if you buy the bag with the book and the pens, the same set gets donated. But I want to make it more approachable to more people, so by taking the bag out, it'll be more affordable. I think that also makes it something that would make a great gift if you wanted to, if you're a teacher and you wanted to give a gift for your adult students, and if you wanted to, or if you're a craft teacher and you wanted to give these as gifts to your students for the end of the year. If you just want to give them to people that you need to give a little gift to this holiday season, or just as a little thank you gift or a pick-me-up gift or whatever. So even if you're already using the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks and you want to buy a set for other people, every single set you buy, that number will get donated to a woman's shelter. So somebody in need, in a rough time in a woman's shelter, is going to get a Create, Share, Inspire notebook filled with all of those amazing motivational quotes, all of those written pages for organizing and planning the new chapter in their life, and a set of these cheerful gel pens. And I'm just so excited to be able to give this to a woman's shelter. And so a way that we can do it together is for every set of these that you buy, an exact number of sets will get donated. I will be photographing this and putting it in my website this weekend, so it should be live by Monday. Does anybody have any other questions? Boy, we went long today. That's what happens when you pull out boxes of yarn, right? Thanks, Margaret. Yeah, I'm happy to do this again. We can do this more often for sure. Yeah, I love the gel pens too. They're great for coloring in on this page. On the page with the quotes, I've done little hand-drawn little motifs, and they're so fun. These pens are great for coloring in on there or for doodling on that page. And mixing the colors, so fun. You could also color coordinate what you write on the other page. All sorts of fun ways to use this pen. Oh, the box of tidbits. Yeah, well, we've done this on the beach a few times, and we're already to 39 minutes. I'm sure people have to go. But I could quickly go over the colors. Yeah, Dee, some people don't sew, exactly. For those of you that do sew, that's not as important unless you're looking to save time, too. So here we've got Chantilly Lace. The lights are pretty bright. Let me see if I can back them up just a little bit. The lights are blowing out the colors. Does that help? Is that a little bit better? See, now what I wanted to show when doing this was how to pick colors to go with the bling. Like, let's say you wanted to grab a ball of Be So Fine Bling in Mermaid 02. Let me show you the colors that you would coordinate this with in Be So Fine, which is the same weight yarn. We've got Caribbean Turquoise, Celestial Blue Mist, Chantilly Lace, Blue Danube, Aloha Blue, Passionate Plum. All of those look gorgeous with that. Let's see. Oh, Calypso Lime's really pretty with that. I think even if you went into a crushed berry, that would be pretty. I think that would be pretty too. But I wanted to show you this with the Sunrise 02 also. So then we could do crushed berries, could do passionate plum, maybe even sangria. Gold for sure. Gold looks pretty with that too. What else is in here? I think maybe even the Parisian Bordeaux and the Tropical Hot Coral. What else would look pretty with this one? I think Raven, black might be pretty too. What else have we got in here? Well, we've got lots in here, just maybe. I think even the Lavender's First Romance and Lilac Memories might be interesting with that. No, that's Stormy Sea, not Stormy Sea. There we go, Lavender's First Romance, or that's Lilac Memories. I think I like Lavender's First Romance, and let's pull up Plum with that. And then let's see that with Gold and Plum. There, I think we've got a winner. I think those are really pretty together. And Crushed Berries. I think that would be cool too. All of those would be really pretty together. I missed your typo, Lisa. I think it's fun trying to read typo. And then here's the rest of the colors that we didn't talk about. Oh, these might still be pretty with the Mermaid 02. This would be Jaded Peacock, Ice Silver Fox, Harbor Fog, and then we've got Tuscan Terrace and Moonstone. And I did not bring my solid, the rest of, oh, I do have more. Where's that bag? I have more colors, but there's more. All right. So here's some more colors in Be So Fine yarn. Here's Red Maple and Maple Shadow. And if you want to see any of these with the tidbits, please speak up. I can put them next to them. So it might be interesting with these two. This would be Raven, which actually looks pretty nice with that. Maybe Pure Gold, maybe. What I wanted to, and then here would be Parisian Bordeaux. But what I wanted to find, what did I want to find? I've already forgotten. Here's Sangria. And honestly, look at these colors just next to each other. How pretty. Raven, Pure Gold, Parisian Bordeaux, and Sangria. Still don't remember what I was looking for, though. Maybe it'll come to me. In the meantime, here's Feisty Flamingo. So pretty. And that Peaches and Cream. The colors are getting blown out a little bit. Maybe it's better to keep it back by me. Is that better? And then we've got Plum Shadow. Another thing that I think would be really interesting to do, here's a Mauve Shadow, is just randomly picking two of these shadow colors and doing some color work. I think that gray ties it together, and I think you'd be amazed at how pretty any of these would look in color work. This is the Gold Shadow. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds pretty. She used Feisty Flamingo to make her meshberry top. Oh, that sounds lovely. I want one. Here's Silver Shadow. And here, these are similar, so here's a good opportunity to look at them side by side. There's Silver Shadow and Mauve Shadow. Very similar, but different. I missed a question. Do I do something myself? I did not see the rest of it. I'm guessing you're asking if I dye this myself, and yes, I do. This, do I sell hair? Nope, I don't. I sell yarn. This is Blue Shadow. Let's see, and what colors would Blue Shadow go with? All of them. Here's Silver. Here's Mauve next to Blue. Here's Plum next to Blue. Here's Gold next to Blue, meaning the Shadow collection. Then I have a green, thought I had a green shadow. Yeah, here's Green Shadow. Yeah, I come up with all the colors myself. Thank you, Elisa. I believe you ordered the Mauve Shadow this week, right, Elisa? You should be getting that one any day. So pretty. I can't remember. Or maybe you ordered the maple. Did you order? I can't remember. Thank you. Here's some Jaded Peacock. And that would look pretty with the shadow as well. I ordered the maple. Yeah. Maple with maple shadow I think is going to be stunning. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have another couple of the Feisty Flamingo and Peach is in cream. Oh, I'm so glad. Rev, thank you. Yes, it is eye candy. Look at this. I've got so much work to do now putting it all away because now I got to put them away correctly. I can't just dump them in a box. And I have so much book stuff to do today. Oh, I have a funny story. Oh, we've gone so late. Oh my gosh, it's 46 minutes. Well, thanks you all. Thanks everybody for taking so much time out of your Saturday morning to sit with me and talk about this big old pile of yarn. Was this fun or what? Yeah, I love this color too. I don't even know what I want. I look at these and I'm like, I want everything and I don't even know where to start. Yeah, Sherry, if you were here, I'd let you help me put it away because I got to get back to writing books. I'm getting so much closer on, oh, thank you. I forget what that's called. Can I do Plum Shadow next to Maple? Yeah. Ooh, that is really pretty. So here's Plum Shadow next to Maple Shadow. And not sure if you meant next to Maple. I think you meant next to Maple Shadow. Very pretty. And here are those next to the Green Shadow and the Silver Shadow, the Gold Shadow, Blue Shadow, and here's the one that it's going to look nice, Mauve Shadow. Those look really pretty together. All on the warm side of the color wheel. Super chat, that's what it meant. Yes, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That was very kind of whoever did that. Thank you. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad you like everything. I hope this was helpful. I think it's really helpful to see things next to each other. I hope I helped you understand some of the different yarns and the different weights of yarn, the different fiber content. Yeah, maybe this is something we do once a week, Sherry. That'd be great. I love showing you guys my office and what I do in here. We barely touched on the surface of all the different corners. I mean, I use every square inch of this room. Like, I could talk to you about every wall and what we do in that portion every day. But, you know, I try to run a business out of a 10 by 10 room, so I have to be creative in my space. Well, Lisa, I think that's wonderful. I'm glad I helped everybody making shopping decisions. That's awesome. Wonderful. So unless anybody has any questions, we will wrap it up. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your Saturday to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed my studio and all of these pretty yarns, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and I'll see you Monday.